JKS 1111. I want you to concentrate really hard on these cards. Think about the person that hurt you. Think about the person that didn't consider you. Think about them as they turn their back on you. The person who you trusted, the person you never thought would do this. Think about the person that made you promises, but they didn't keep them. They said they'd always be there. They said you'd always count on them. They said their word was something to treasure. They told you they knew what was in their heart. Think about the person that did you wrong and turned around and did somebody else right. They left you for dead. They turned their back on you. They used you. They took advantage of you. They lied to you. They stole from you. Think about that person. Maybe there's more than one. But if you're watching this video and you're thinking, Steph, karma has not come. I haven't seen this person suffer at all. Or I haven't seen this person pay for what they did. I haven't seen this person be remorseful, have any guilt, apologize, make things right. I haven't seen this person show up and change. Steph, what does fate have in store for me and the person who did me dirty? If that's you and you're watching this tonight or today, being based on where you're at, then this video is for you, and we are going to get the karmic truth. We are going to see what's going to happen to this person. Now I'm going to go ahead and do 3 piles, and I want you to pick the pile that you feel drawn to for whatever your situation is. And if you have more than one karmic situation, then you pick the pile per karmic situation. But I want them to read differently. I don't want them to blend. I want each situation to read as it should. We're about to see what's going to happen in fate. Spirit, please guide and direct me with these tarot cards. Show me the truth. We want to see the karma. We want to see the results. We want to see what's going to happen to these cruel people. We want to see. Hi there, guys. Welcome in. Spirit, guide and direct me. Use these tarot cards to reveal the truth. Show me the evidence. What is going to come of this karmic situation? Reveal. All right. Reveal the truth. Reveal fate. Okay. Right now, these cards are available on my website. They're 1 in a million. You're never going to find anything else like this. Professionally done. If you purchase these cards on my website, you are going to be able to receive a 30-minute private reading, free, in addition to your order. So, if you're interested in having a private reading done by me, please go to my website today, save yourself some money, and order these cards. Limited edition. There's only so many. I think it will say how many I have left. Once they're gone, and I'm never going to sell them again. So there'll be a different deck at that point. So those are available for you if you're looking for a private personal reading. Also follow me on TikTok. I'm going to be doing free readings all week for every person that follows me. So please go to my TikTok, JKS1111. Follow me over there. You'll see my thumbnail. You'll see my photo. Spirit, please guide and direct me right now. Show me 3 piles of fate, 3 piles of karma. Let's do some sage. Show me their karma. Show me what's going to happen. All right. Spirit, give me 3 piles of karma, 3 piles of fate. Bottom of the deck, overall underall energy is bottom line. Karma may take a long time to get there. Karma may drag out. This karma may take years to deliver. But it is slow to come, but sure to give. Karma is on the way and will be delivered. And this is a promise you can count on. Bottom of the deck is trust was damaged. Somebody just destroyed it. They ruined the trust they had in this connection with you. I'm very sure they're aware of it, but trust is what was damaged here. Trust is what was taken. I want you again to pick a pile. If you have more than one situation, pick more than one. Bottom of the deck here, which is bottom line, and these are the twin flame shadows, the mystic moon. We have distant. No matter what happens, the person you are watching this for will be distant from you, period. And they will be distant from what it is they want, period. The skull here represents death. And in due time, something will end and they will be distant from what it is they're wanting. Spirit, please guide and direct me with these cards. Show me this person's fate. Show me this person's fate. All right, so something I see in common, and not all these cards are the same. We have understanding grief, so death and loss. Every situation here is going to have to go through some kind of grieving, some kind of loss and distance. Whatever this person did to you, they will grieve. They will lose what it is they're wanting. All right, so concentrate real hard on the pile. Okay, and that's going to be the one for you. Meditate on it for a second. Okay. No. All right. Try my dog. Okay. Pile number 1. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. So starting with pile number 1, we have the devil. No. Make him lay down. This person is stuck in karmic contracts. This person has obsessions. This person struggles with a lack of control. This person is toxic and is getting themselves caught up in karmic contracts and toxic connections. They feel trapped, stuck, and they feel helpless. This person is an earth sign. Okay, so Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. More than likely a Capricorn, but that's the zodiacs they're falling into. This person will suffer financial loss because of what they've done to you. This person will hurt. This person may even suffer with their health or the ones they love. Their health will fall. So if they fall in love with someone, that person may get cancer. If they love a beloved friend or animal, they may fall ill. Whatever this is, it may even involve themselves. They will get sick. They will get hurt. They will lose money. They themselves or the ones they love will suffer. Their businesses will suffer. Their families will suffer. There's bad karma coming to them with the devil and the 5 of Pentacles, which is the dark night of the soul. And it does have very heavily to do with an earth sign and someone that wants to be responsible, because the King of Pentacles wants to take care of the family. The King of Pentacles wants to build a business. The King of Pentacles wants to look good and be healthy and be attractive and care for others. But you see, everything this king touches is tainted. It's all tainted. And whatever this king touches, it's going to fall to the ground. Let your love become a powerful force for change. Choose love. They're supposed to choose love, but this person's been choosing money. This person's been choosing family wealth, family money, or someone that has good resources, perhaps a nice house, even if it's a rental. But this person here chooses someone that seems to have their finances together. but they're not choosing love. And that's where this person went wrong. They didn't start out with love. Every time they've started out in a relationship, it's been for another reason. It's been an entrapment, or it's been money, or it's been a business, or it's been a deal, some kind of a deal. It seems easier for everyone. Or it's tied to their family roots. You know, their family reminds them of the family they lost, so they cling to it, or they use the family in some sense. We have self-medicating. This person is going to be drinking. Absolutely. You will see this person suffer with addictions. This could be porn addictions, drinking addictions, drug addictions. But this person will suffer with addictions. And that's going to be one of the hardest things that they're going to have to overcome. It's not going to be easy for them. They're going to be distant from the ones they love. They're going to be distant from the money they want. They're going to be distant from achieving the goals they want to achieve. We have the Page of Cups coming up for them in the near future, which is less than a month from now. They're going to lose their footing. They're going to lose financial footing. They're going to lose some financial security, and they're going to be unsatisfied in a romantic relationship. I honestly feel like they're going to be breaking up with whomever they're with, or someone that they're with is going to break up with them. They're done. They're cutting them off. They were on the fence with this relationship. They weren't sure if it was going to go forward or fall back, but in less than a month, they're going to find out this relationship isn't going to go anywhere. It will be over. They're going to be distraught emotionally over this. There's going to be a lot of tears. They're going to want to touch this person. They're going to want to feel them. They're going to want to be close to them. They're going to feel like you're the best thing I ever had, but they're not going to be able to have this person. They're going to miss this person's voice. They're going to want to hear them and talk to them and communicate, but they won't be close. They're going to be distant. And all they're going to be able to look back on is old text messages, old voicemails. They're going to be looking back, missing that person. They're going to be caught up in their emotions. You see, that's the Four of Cups. But the past is going to be in the past. And they're going to be carrying guilt for past actions and behaviors. They're going to be having a lot of regrets. Five of Pentacles is the dark night of the soul. And boy, are they going to be going through the dark night. When it says choose love, they didn't start out loving this person, but they're going to find out in the end that they did love him. And they're going to lose him. And I'm sorry to say, but this person may end up drinking, caught up in addictions. It's sad to see someone take that turn for the worse, but that's what's kind of going to befall this person. And that may have taken years for this person to get out of this karmic relationship or this karmic cycle. But in due time, the devil always delivers, and the devil's in the details. It doesn't matter how long that's going to take, it will be delivered. They will suffer. They are an earth sign. Where are they headed once they get through this loss and addiction and they look at themselves? So here we have commitment in the reverse and mountain in the reverse. So we're going to see what that is. Mountain in the reverse says there's going to be an obstacle and it's not going to be able to be moved forward with. It took a long time and it required a lot of patience, but they're going to find out the only way for them to go is revealed, that they have to go over this mountain. Pushing forward doesn't feel like their highest good. It doesn't feel like it's right for them. But they're going to realize they were going in the wrong direction with the wrong person. They put priorities for someone that wasn't important. They're going to fall down when they start to seek the goal that they want. They were stubborn and they kept forging ahead, pushing a relationship to work because that's what they wanted, but it wasn't the right one. And they ignored the real love of their life. The real love of their life could be their children. It could be a woman they left for dead. It could be a man they left for dead, but it could be all of the above. But they left their real love for dead. They left this person and they got involved in a karmic contract that included some kind of gain. And it looked more appealing. Maybe they were cleaner. Maybe they had more money. Maybe they had a nicer car. Maybe they had a better job. Maybe they had a better physical body. Maybe their family had some money in the bank. Maybe that relationship came through for them financially time after time, kind of buying their love. Whatever it was, it didn't start out as love, but they turned their back on the ones they loved. They traded it in with the devil. They were tempted. They bought into a lie. They were also deceived. They believed the woman or person they were with was good. They believed that person was right for them. But they believed a liar. They believed a con artist. They believed an evil woman that destroyed their family. They believed an evil man that had it out for them. Whatever it is, they believed something. They fell for the devil's tricks. And they bought into this lie. And they hurt the ones they loved. They rejected and turned their back on the ones they loved. And do you know what's going to happen to them? An unavoidable hurdle. Once they get comfortable, once they find something down the road that they want, that they love, could be another relationship, could be a business. But once they have something in their sights, it's going to be taken from them the same way they took from somebody else and they hurt somebody else. And I think it's going to be a failed relationship with Four of Cups and commitment. The one they love is no longer going to love them. The one they love is going to fall out of love with them. That's their fate. They may have left you, but I promise you, if they left you and they thought they were going to greener pastures, watch. It's going to fall apart. They are going to feel what they did to you. In reverse, it says they are going to be walking into a commitment, a marriage, or a contract that they are later going to regret. This isn't a good sign. The agreement with this devil here, which is an agreement and a contract, is going to tie them up for a long period of time. And if they're in a relationship, they may not receive the commitment they desire. This is going to be the time for, and the card literally says, remember that rejection is God's protection. What hurts you now will lead you to wisdom later. They will be rejected. 4 of Cups. I want you to look at that fate. Guilt for past actions and behaviors. They will have to have it. The past is in the past. Don't look back. You see, they ran away. They ran away from what they did. They're going to be caught up in their emotions. They're going to want somebody so bad. They're going to feel like that's the best thing they ever had. They're going to want them to be near them, and they're going to be gone. They're going to be rejected from that person. That person's not going to love them, not going to want them. That person's going to weigh their pros and cons, and it's going to be a no-go for this individual. They are the con. They are the con artist. They're going to lose that relationship. They're not going to be able to fix it, heal it, or have it. And they're probably going to be drinking over it. They're going to remember their contract with the devil. They're going to remember the contract they did and how they broke it with you. They're going to remember how they hurt the ones they loved. They're going to remember what they traded their love in for. And they're going to remember, and someone here may have abandoned a woman and a child, and they're going to be sorry. They're going to get it. Now, the card for their ultimate healing down the road is understanding grief. They're going to have to understand loss. Like I said, the ones they love are going to disappear, leave them, or get sick in some way. And that's their karma. Because instead of fixing it, instead of making amends, doing it right, apologizing, stepping up, they stepped out. They stepped away. They abandoned. They rejected. They hid, and they lied. And they thought, well, it was so long ago. I'm different now. You know, the past is in the past. It's been so long. No, karma doesn't have an expiration date. It's coming for them, and it will surely deliver. We even have certainty, 4 of Pentacles. It's a certainty. And this does involve a third party. So, they will be getting that karma. The card says, life doesn't last forever, but love never dies. Love lives even in grief. So they'll be grieving. So if you picked this pile for this person, just know that they will be grieving. And I don't care how long it takes. This is down the road for them. Now, to get timing, it's already begun. It started in June. Actually, this breakup or downfall started in April. And it's happening even right now in June. Like, a lot of the crumbling is already starting to happen. And the completion of this karma may take years. It may take 2 years to complete the karma. Somebody may be given 2 years to live, and someone's going to pay a lot of money to try to fight that and say, no, we're going to fight this, and they're going to lose the fight. Someone may become bankrupt trying to fight that. Someone may be told they have to go to jail for 2 years, and they may end up doing more time than that. Or maybe someone's just going to be told they're going to face 2 years. Whatever this is, there's some karma, and believe me, it's going on with something around 2 years. It could have been 2 years ago, it could be 2 years from now. I think it started in April. But the downfall has already begun, and you will see them pay for their sins. And in this particular person, they will pay financially. That's going to be a big sign, something that you can see. You will also see this person or hear about them drinking. That's going to be a sign. And you will hear about this person being rejected or broken up with, heartbroken in some sense. That's going to be a sign of this person's karma and even some type of sickness. But that's what lies ahead for the person in pile number 1. Loss. Distance from what they want. Okay, so now we're going to go into pile number 2. We have 10 of Swords. And this is the card of demise. Again, this deck is available in my website. It's limited edition. I'll never sell them once they're sold out. If you purchase this deck, jks1111.com, you will receive a 30-minute private reading with me. So if you're interested in saving some money and collecting a unique tarot deck, this is your spot. All right, so pile number 2 has 10 of Swords, 7 of Swords in the reverse, and 5 of Cups in the reverse. All right. We're going to start off with this person is dealing with an air sign, or they are an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. There's some strong Aquarian here. But this person is not going to get away with murder. That's literally the phrase I'm hearing. They're not going to get away with murder. They tried to get away with something, and it feels like maybe it's just facetious. Maybe it's just a saying. God, I hope it is. They tried to get away with murder is what it feels like. Hopefully it's not literally the case. But they're going to get caught. 7 of Swords. Now, I think this person will have a chance to make amends. 5 of Cups in the reverse is we have a second chance. We can apologize. We can make up for this. Okay? I did something very wrong. I hurt someone very, very deeply. This was the art of betrayal. This person, they backstabbed somebody. They literally partnered up with someone and said, you can count on me. I'm here for you. And then they betrayed them. They backstabbed them. This is someone that ratted someone out, turned someone in. We have lies here with the 7 of Swords. This is someone that lied about someone that they loved or someone that loved them. They lied about them. And they hurt them in so many ways. This individual has caused you to cry over and over and over again. This is heartbreaking, soul-shattering, you've destroyed me cries. And it's more than one cry. And this is, I cannot believe the shock that this person did this to me. Out of anyone. It was so surprising. You never believed it. You never thought this would come from this person, but it did. And they're going to get caught. They're not going to get away with it. The next card here is tell the truth. The irony of these lies, Seven of Swords. They're going to have to tell the truth. The truth will be told on them. It says integrity is the key to living an authentic life. Tell the truth. So someone here in pile number 2 is a liar. And their big drama here is really conducive with being just a big liar. And they backstabbed you. They backstabbed someone that loved them very much. We have forceful. This person was pushy. And they tried to force you into a situation you didn't want to go in. Or they tried to force something on you, or they had to force something on someone. They tried to instill their will on somebody and push them and back them up into a corner. And the truth will be told. That is their fate. Their lies will be discovered and the truth will be told. I'm even hearing it's going to come from the horse's mouth. I feel like they're going to get caught in an audio recording or a video recording or testimonies, witnesses. Someone's going to come out and tell the truth about what happened here. And this person is going to be embarrassed to their chagrin here, Ten of Swords, that they're caught in a lie. And even if it wasn't a blatant lie, it involves some level of deceit and just untruthfulness. And it was wrong. Air sign energy. There's some Scorpio involved as well. I just want to put that out there. With the Seven of Swords in reverse, they have made things worse for themselves by not being honest. They are digging themselves into a deeper and deeper hole. They have been warned by the Seven of Swords in reverse that the truth will come out. And if it is someone that has been working against another behind the scenes, someone's going to finally find out who that is. This could lead them to getting what they deserve by ending up in jail, and the other person getting back what was taken from them, or at least receiving an apology. And their fate is they're going to have to give back what was stolen, taken, the lies they spread. Know that whatever's been going on, it is coming to an end with the Ten of Swords. Their lies, their BS, their cruel, forceful nature is coming to finally an end. And it's going to be time to let go of the past. And they're either going to lose their relationship, or they're going to lose their job, or they're going to lose their reputation, or whatever's valuable, but it's coming to an end. And they're going to have to let it go. And that Five of Cups says there's a chance in the future if they want to make amends, to apologize. All the cups have not fallen over. They could fix this if they tell the truth. Integrity is the key. They can give back what was taken. They can stop being forceful. They can stop lying. Let's see what lies ahead for this person. Four of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. This is the last stand. You know, I see a correction in someone's behavior. I'll be honest. I'll be real honest. This person in pile number 2 is going to make things right. Karma is going to embarrass them. The truth will come out. And I think we've gotten 5 of Cups twice. There's a lot of guilt for their actions, a lot of remorse. And honestly, yeah, I do feel they're going to make it right with the 4 of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. This is, I want to bring it together. I want to pay it off. I want to pay it forward. I want to give you this money or give you this house or give you what's yours. I want to put you on a throne and say you were right. You know, I was wrong. There is some kind of justice here, basically. Let's see what else is happening. Reminiscing on the past precious moments. See, looking back at the past on what they could have, should have, and would have done better. Deep, dark times in isolation. They need time alone. There's a lot of reflection there, okay? A lot of inner soul searching, thinking about what they did and why they did it. Still working on it. See, they're a work in progress. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time, but they're sure to come. They're very distant. This is a broken relationship, but look, we're on the road to recovery. Okay, that's what I see there. I do think they're going to come out of it. This is a good outcome. This person, what can you do when you've been caught? You know, what can you do when the truth comes out? The truth needs to come out. I've been trying to get advice on what to do with this connection, but nobody understands it. You may have triggered my spiritual awakening. Okay, so this is a good healing for them. You've really busted them. The universe is going to make them go and reflect. I'm addicted to your body, mind, and soul. It means they can't get their mind off you. They can't stop thinking about it and how they have to fix this. Okay, where are they headed? Show us where fate is going to lead. So we have coming to life. All right, coming to life. Bottom of the deck is finally listening. Okay, listening to good advice. That's what I'm hearing. They're going to listen to good advice. And this is going to probably have a second chance. It's kind of like a little bit of a rebirth. That's what I feel. And I'm the reader, so I'm going to go ahead and go with that one. They are going to get busted first, exposed. Their lies are going to be caught. They're going to have to deal with it. They're going to have to give back what was taken. But something beautiful is about to happen. When you see this card, someone has grown and evolved over time. Perhaps they've shed skins, changed identities. This card indicates a long-held dream that will show signs of life, okay? Don't try to coax this along or shape it, force it. Remember, we're not forcing this. Spirit knows the best form on how this is going to manifest. But it's all carved into the hands of the divine. So I think the divine's going to take over this connection. They are going to understand the grief and isolation and separation. I think they are going to be separated from you for a period of time. But maybe it's after they've made it right and they've had to pay it forward or give it back or admit. But that separation is going to lead to grief, which is going to lead to them coming back in for an apology. I strongly feel that with the double 5 of Cups. So life doesn't last forever, but love never dies. Oh wait, I already read that one. Sorry about that. Although that's true for this reading as well. But where is theirs? Where did I put it? Well, that's strange. Okay. Well, I guess I put it back over here. My bad, my bad. So we have understanding grief. You don't get over grief. You learn to live with it in your heart forever. So they're never going to forget the isolation or the separation. You can't get back lost time. That's the hole in your heart. You're not going to get it back. But you learn to move on. You learn to evolve and grow with it. So yeah, there's some hurt and pain that can never be fixed. And I just heard a saying today on a show that I was watching, and it was, when you grieve someone or something, they leave a hole in your heart, and that hole can never be filled. But if you plant seeds, beauty can grow around that hole. I don't know if that makes sense. I didn't give it justice, but you get my drift. It will never be fixed, but beauty can grow around it. So yeah, there was some serious damage done for pile number 2. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This person came in, severe betrayal, and you're not going to get that back. But something can grow from this and evolve. And I do, as your reader, believe they are sorry, or at least they will be. Now, the timing on when you're going to get this apology or when this is going to play out is within 4 weeks. Okay? 4 weeks to 4 months. Also, the number 44 is going to come up a lot for this pile number 2. So if you drive a lot, you'll see 44 on license plates. Same with clocks, things like that, cards. But you're going to see it. The 4s are going to really stand out. I really think it's within 4 weeks, though. For pile number 2, you're going to see either this person getting busted or caught or exposed, or you'll see the apology, but some action is going to be taken with pile number 2's karma. And whatever lies and deceit, deception have been covered, it's about to get exposed. And to be honest, I think that's all going to happen within 4 weeks. All right, so that is pile number 2. You may have been waiting for a while for these results, but they're finally coming in. All right, let the isolation do what it does. There will be sorry. Now, who's ready for pile number 3? Okay. Hi, Angie. Thank you so much for going on my TikTok. Everyone who follows me on TikTok will receive a reading. Thank you so much. I'll be over there. I should have gone today, but as you guys know, I've hurt my back. I've been actually in the hospital. I just got out. I'm okay. It's just I have a consistent back issue, but thank you. So let's go ahead and go to pile number 3. All right, what is the karma coming? Eight of Swords, trapped. 3 of Pentacles, progress. 9 of Cups in the reverse. I will say there's a time limit. There's something about 3 years. Somebody may get locked up in jail for 3 years. Somebody may express that they've wanted out of a connection for 3 years. We're dealing with an earth sign or somebody with the birthday on the number 8. This person's career is going to go forward, but they're never going to be fulfilled or happy. This person is selfish. This person trapped somebody. teased them, they trapped them with money. They said, you owe me. You owe me a lot of money. Or you owe me your time for something. But this person used years or money to enslave or entrap someone. And they kept them on a string. They kept them hooked. They kept them stuck. And that is the Eight of Swords. And this person could have left at any time, but they didn't choose to leave. They chose to stay, even when they should have gone. They believed that they had no out, there was no way, there was no possible. But that's not true. This is brainwashing. Someone manipulated and brainwashed someone to stay. So this person could have even threatened somebody with jail and said, if you leave, if you do anything, I will report you, or I'll say something about you, or I'll lie. Don't you dare leave. I've known people like that. I don't know if I shared with you guys, but one of my uncles married this crazy woman, and she never had to work. He took care of her. Three of Pentacles. And he, for some reason, felt trapped because she got pregnant. And he never stayed with anybody else before. He had other kids. But he stayed trapped with her. And we wondered why, because she was the least pretty out of all of them. And really wasn't his type. She was kind of a mistake. You know, one of those, I was at the bar and things happened, mistakes. She was just a friend of friends, and he was drunk. I mean, that's really what happened. And he tried to do the right thing, and I think he was going to leave her one time years later, and she got a knife in the middle of the night as he was sleeping because she kind of knew that they were on the out. And he woke up to her straddling him with a knife. And she could have killed him in his sleep, but she didn't. And she threatened him, and she said, if you ever try to leave me, I'm going to kill you. And she's like, and I don't care. And he knew she meant it because her family was crazy. Her parents were delulu. Her kids, she had older kids, and they were a wreck. And they had problems with their mother as well. There was some psychological problems in that family. And he just knew she would come after him, or he'd be in a vulnerable position like that, and she would kill him or poison him. He was afraid to eat her food for the rest of his life. I think they ended up eating out to eat, like out to places to eat forever. He's never really eaten at home, eaten her cooking, because he believed she would poison him. But in reality, and that was his delusion, Eight of Swords, she wasn't going to kill him because she depended on him to provide for her. So had he used his logic, he would know she's not going to do that. She needs me. But nonetheless, he was terrified. I'm just using that as an example here, and it could be legit. It could be that bad in this pile, or it could just be forms of manipulation. But somebody here has tried to keep someone stuck with some illusion, okay? And that's what's going on. Nine of Cups is they're selfish and self-centered, and they lied possibly about being pregnant, but they were not pregnant. They just used that to keep someone around. This is also someone that said, I'm sick. I have cancer or something. Don't leave me. Just to keep this person trapped, to progress and keep staying in the relationship. If they already had children, they use these children to keep this person trapped, even if maybe the children were not this person's biological children. How many times have we seen that on these little judge shows where this lady, you know, is like, well, you know, they're not really his, but you raised her, you raised him, they're yours. You need to stay here and stick around and take responsibility. And, you know, the guy decides to stay. As honorable as I think those men are to stick around for a child that's not theirs, it's not smart for themselves. As much love as they may have for that child, they're going to grow, and these men are going to grow up, and they're going to want to meet someone they actually love, and they're going to want to start their actual family and their actual businesses and their actual homes that they're going to want to purchase, and they're going to want to have a life. And if they get tied and tethered to some liar, it's for the rest of their lives, and it will affect the health and well-being of their actual children and their actual relationships. So as admirable as these young 20-somethings are saying, I'm going to be there for this baby even though it's not mine, we all know once they go down the road and they're actually in love and with someone, that's going to affect them financially. And we all know how hard it is to provide nowadays. Imagine a man on the hook paying child support monthly for a child that's not his, and all the while meeting someone and trying to create a family there, and then they're struggling because of it. You see? But I'm not going to go on that. I'm not going to harp on it. But there's someone here who has obviously selfishly entrapped an air sign, more than likely, to stick around longer than they should have been. And dare I say, this person is a liar and a manipulator. So that's the harm that this person did. For better or worse, however I've painted that picture, that's what's going on. And that's what they did. And their karma is they're going to pay for this. The Eight of Swords is they're not going to get away with it because they can expect the worst to happen, and they know it's coming. They're always looking for someone to rescue them, and this person plays a victim. However, they're not the victim. They're the perpetrator. And that's that Eight of Swords. They've only tried to convince this person that they're a victim. And this person has lied and said things like, I tried to do the right thing, but she didn't want to cooperate with me. I tried to be the good person, but they told me off, and excuses. And this person is full of excuses. Eight of Swords. So when it's reversed, the Nine of Cups, there's a delay in receiving what they want. And they had to lie to get what they wanted. They forced the other person to make big sacrifices. Please stop. Big sacrifices. And they got really full of themselves, and they have a big ego. And they thought they got everything they ever wanted. We have the case of Veruca Salts right here. Daddy, I want a golden goose, and I want it now. Okay? This person wants a bean party. Yeah, that's what this person is. Selfish, spoiled, excuse-making Veruca Salts from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka. Okay? That's what's going on here. And this person, led by lies and manipulation, forced this person to stay stuck and continue to grow this relationship. That's literally the truth of what was going on. So what is their karma? They're going to answer for it. I'll be honest, this person's going to get away with it for about 3 years, maybe even up to 9 years. But this person will have gotten away with it for years. And they pulled somebody away from their children or their family. They isolated this person. They pulled them away. That's what they did. Now we have a rest. Rest and relax. Release guilt and make your needs a top priority. So this is in a toxic karmic reading. They had no guilt for what they did. They made their needs a top priority. See, we have secondary. Whoever was with them came second. And children came second. They were first. They were priority. So what are they going to get in karma? They're going to answer for this. They're going to get what they want for a few years because whatever karma is, it is. And they get away with it. They get away with being a victim. They get away with it for a while. But it doesn't last. Okay, this is progressing Three of Pentacles into a time where they're going to be put second. They're not going to be priority. But let's see how this karma plays out. We have King of Cups in the reverse, the Emperor in the reverse, and the Knight of Cups with the Five of Pentacles. The man or woman they love is going to go after somebody else. This is husband and father. Their husband and father may get along. Or their boyfriend and father may get along, but it won't last. They're going to go give their love somewhere else. Yeah, the karma here is they're going to be rejected. See, Eight of Swords again, you got it twice. Then the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Swords. They're dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Trust me, they're going to be left and abandoned and rejected. And it may even cost them some money, but the person they want is leaving them. And there's no amount of excuses or guilt. And they could keep trying to say, but you can't go because of this. They're all lies. They're all lies. Every excuse to keep someone around is lies. But their karma is someone in this relationship is going to fall in love with somebody else. That's the truth, Ace of Swords. They're going to find another option, and it's going to be with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. They're going to go marry a water sign. Yeah. They're going to leave them and marry somebody else. That's what I see coming. This person's going to get left, and someone's going to go be happily ever after without them. True love stories never end. Spiritual work and self-discovery. No ordinary love. Too much to think about. Passion and desire. Ready to surrender. You are my lifeline. I can't lose you. So there is somebody in the past, and their karma is the person that they keep trapping is going to go back to somebody from the past. Somebody they tried to keep them away from. Someone they lied about. So this person lied about whoever this person is that they love. They said they're married, they're moved on, or they're cruel, or they're toxic, or they did this, they did that. They said this to me, they did that to me. Excuses and lies. And it will be discovered. But in the end, they're going to lose out on that person. That's what's in store for them. They're not going to get to keep who they wanted. But the trick here is they got to keep them for a while. This is all going to go down in July. That's next month. In July, this is going to blow up. I will taste your sweet kiss again. Pleasure. They could not keep this person away from another individual, and it was a secret. Eight of Swords twice. I do feel that no matter how they manipulated someone to stay, They knew this person was sneaking around on them and cheating on them. I think there was cheating. I think that's what's going on. Player, 7 of Cups, too many choices, too many options. This is all going down in July. Knight of Cups. They're going to try to keep them, but this person's fallen out of love with them. King of Cups, Emperor in the reverse. They cannot control how this person feels about them. This person does not love them. And they're going to run out of excuses. This person really wants to go be happy and was just waiting for the right time. They've been trying to avoid the ending. That's what this is. I can't help sending sexual energy. I always desire you. See, they've been sending texts and meeting up with this other person. I've awoken because of our love, and I have sought out guidance for our path together. Yeah, this person is going down a path and spiritually seeking guidance on how to be with this other individual. I've never been so turned on in all my life like I am with you. See, this other individual cannot trap them, cannot keep them long enough. They're gone. They're leaving. That's their karma. They're not going to be able to hold them back. Where is this headed? Where is this headed, Spirit? One Ring Circus. Encouragement. Yeah, they're not going to be able to keep them. They're being encouraged to get out of this crazy relationship. This is a crazy relationship, and I'm going to be honest. It's been a long-lasting, committed, crazy relationship. But there's always been a third party. There's always been someone else. And this has everything to do with an air sign. Page of Swords, 3 of Swords. Oh, yeah. There's definitely another person. Trust me, they're going to get their heart broken. And you know why? Because they manipulated this person to stay in the first place. So, it says independence is going to be key. The person they want is going to step out onto their real journey. They're going to finally get away from the illusion that they have to be with this person. They're going to see that they have a vision and resources to leave. They're going to recognize the wisdom that they've had all along. They're going to consider in creating a boundary between them and this person. They know who they are. And if this has been an interdependent relationship, it's going to transform, and this person is not going to be dependent on this person anymore. So they are going to be set free. The next one is understanding grief. This is how they're going to heal and deal with it. Their grief is unique because their loss reflects a unique love that they experienced. No one knows their exact grief because no one but them have felt this exact love. Remember that love today, for them and only them have experienced it. I feel like this was a one-way love. I don't know. But it's going to be lost. They're not going to be able to keep it. And if it's not them that's losing the lover, this could be interpreted as they are going to fall out of love with someone who's been entrapping them. So I want you to interpret it where it fits. But someone who has been entrapped is gone. They're leaving the lies. They're leaving the BS and the excuses. And they're getting out of a relationship that they feel they're finally free from. And there's going to be friends and children and family members that are going to encourage them to get the heck out. Okay? This person may have something to do with a circus or a zoo. Could be a correspondence. We do have an elephant and a giraffe here. but fives could be coming into play. But yeah, I think someone's just going to wake up and go to someone that they've kind of been hanging on to secretly. And it says passion and desire is still alive. See, there's someone that's been hanging on to a past. No ordinary love. They're very different, black and white, but they're going to go off with that person because they're finally going to be doing spiritual work and self-discovery and self-enlightenment. And true love stories never end. So they're going to go with someone that they got pulled away from. They're going to distance themselves from this toxic Nine of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they're going to escape. They're going to escape a superficial, fake, false illusion of a relationship. So anyways, that is the readings I've gotten today. I hope you picked a good pile for yourself. Rewind if you want to see the rest. We did pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Each of these reflect fate for someone going through some karma or that needs to go through some karma. But I hope this reading did some good for you. Thank you for your patience. Don't forget my free readings on TikTok. Everyone's going to get free readings. Follow me there and you will get one. I'll be going live throughout the week. Follow me over there. I need followers. I need at least 3,000. I just started this basically. It's a baby TikTok. Let's get it glowing and growing. Please follow me over there. And yeah, if you purchase my deck of cards, you will get a free 30-minute reading. That is my current special. Anyone that is a member on my website, I have a special gift in store for you, and I'll be delivering that this week. So if you want to join me in a special video and a special gift, please don't forget to become a member. It's on my website. It's monthly. I'd appreciate it if you went over there and subscribed. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let you go. I love you. And remember, this is a journey, not a destination. You just keep swimming. Good night, guys. Love you. Good night, Linglicious. Good night, Angie. Oh, it's 11:11. I love that. All right. Well, bye, guys.